Tercer combate de la noche, división 69 kilogramos. The third round of the night, 60 kilograms division. Árbitro, referee, John Rosario de Brasil. En la esquina de los Otamans de Ucrania. On the corner of Otamans from Ukraine, Oleg, ZUBENKO.
So coming to the ring then for this welterweight contest, Oleg ZUBENKO. Now there's an interesting fact here. He's won 2 and lost 2, but the 2 losses were against the same 2 men who actually beat IGLESIAS, or Sotolongo if you prefer. And the 2 men were Mohamed Rabi and Radza Butayev. So they are then ranked number 9, 1-2, lost 2.
Domadores de Cuba, on the corner from Cuba, Roniel.
So Roniel IGLESIAS coming to the ring now. He got a gold medal in the Olympic Games in 2012 in London, but he has lost 2 bouts, and as a result, his automatic qualification for the Rio Olympic Games. Rio de Janeiro, that is. So Roniel IGLESIAS, good boxer, good lad, good puncher too. But then again, so is his opponent, Oleg ZUBENKO. And, well, ZUBENKO ranked 9. And as you saw there, IGLESIAS ranked 6.
The third bout of the night, 69 kilograms division. En la esquina de los Otamans de Ucrania, on the corner of Otamans from Ukraine, Oleg, ZUBENKO.
And he looks very confident, doesn't he, Oleg ZUBENKO?
En la esquina de los Domadores de Cuba, on the corner of
So Roniel IGLESIAS. 3 wins, 2 losses, strangely. And this is by no means a formality for IGLESIAS. ZUBENKO could certainly win this one. Referee from Brazil. So round 1 of a scheduled 5 threes. And this tall, lean southpaw from Cuba, Roniel IGLESIAS, up against a very purposeful Ukrainian in the shape of Oleg ZUBENKO. And I suspect ZUBENKO's the kind of guy who could do some damage, you know, if he really gets through with the right shot. So don't forget those 2 defeats on the record here of ZUBENKO, beaten by the same 2 men who actually beat IGLESIAS. Which means that there may not be a great deal between these 2. Well, that's better. Nice fast hands from IGLESIAS. Lovely right hook there from the Cuban. And, you know, he's dominating ZUBENKO at this point with speed and agility. That lovely long right jab, of course, doing all sorts of damage here, psychologically anyway, for ZUBENKO. And he's wondering, what on earth have I got to do to get past this? He's been hit so often and so quickly, he thinks he's surrounded. Well, that was a lovely right hook there from IGLESIAS. And here he goes now, really piling on the pressure. And it's the volume of punches that's doing it. Cracking round there for the Cuban. So the volume of punches there thrown by IGLESIAS was really quite something to see. And about 99% of the punches he threw actually got through on target. Well, there you are, all three judges, no difficulty there whatsoever. Roniel IGLESIAS takes the first round against Oleg ZUBENKO. So round two coming up. Here we go. So this very busy southpaw up against a tough Ukrainian. Referee from Brazil. Once again, only takes one shot to land from IGLESIAS, and then he's all over him. Well, nothing particularly heavy here from IGLESIAS, but my goodness me, what a lot of scoring shots are getting through. And yet again, one of those lovely Cuban boxers who's got a cracking defense. And let's face it, he might just need it. Once again, good defensive work there from IGLESIAS and great precision in his counter-punching. You can just imagine the conversation when Oleg ZUBENKO goes home and they say, well, who did you fight? I fought a Cuban. How'd you get on? How do you think? End of conversation. And of course, that's not the case here, because ZUBENKO's still in a very real chance if he can land the right punch. He certainly looks strong, doesn't he? Well, now IGLESIAS really beginning to dig in these shots. Yeah, putting some power now behind these punches. Yeah, good round there again for IGLESIAS. Got to be 2018. So a bit of replay coming up now from round 2. Whether or not 5 rounds is enough really for IGLESIAS to break down this Ukrainian ZUBENKO, I don't know. But he's got all 2 rounds in the bag now. So round 3 it is. So just to remind you once again, we're looking at a very, very decent Roniel IGLESIAS, otherwise known as Sotolongo, in action here against Oleg ZUBENKO. And, well, I've got to say here, IGLESIAS has won the first couple, but you can see here now this Ukrainian beginning to try and put him under pressure. But IGLESIAS comes back at him. Lovely bit of work there again from the Cuban. And again, fast hands here. Cracking stuff. Well, there's no doubt about it. ZUBENKO really had his moments early on in this particular round, but he succumbed, I think, to the volume of punches from the very fast-handed Cuban. Decent right from ZUBENKO. So just to remind you, we're looking at a decent fighter here, ranked number 9, ZUBENKO, against the number 6 ranked IGLESIAS. So not much between them, but, well, IGLESIAS appears to be inspired by this Cuban crowd. Well, he's incredibly cool, maintaining his cool, even when under strict pressure here. And I don't just mean physical, I mean psychological too, Yeah, another cracking round there for IGLESIAS. And with the exception, by the way, of the super heavyweight contest, I have a feeling here, this could be an absolute whitewash for the Cuban side. Shevardzutsky, the Ukrainian super heavyweight, is a big lad and he's strong, good puncher. Yep, all 3 judges once again go for Roniel IGLESIAS. So the penultimate round then, round 4. Well, interestingly there, ZUBENKO tried to intimidate IGLESIAS, but it didn't really come off. Well, nice work there from ZUBENKO. Well, that's proof, if it were needed, that IGLESIAS could take it as well as dish it out. Well, nice boxing again there from IGLESIAS. And the irony is, you know, all of these Cubans find a way to escape and to minimize what their opponent does. And I'm absolutely impressed with that. I mean, some fighters may well have folded, you know, psychologically and physically, but they always seem to find a way through. And of course, at one point, both the Cubans and the Ukrainians would have all had the same regime, boxing-wise. But the Cubans appear to have started the march on the entire world. Yeah, IGLESIAS so good to watch. And there's no doubt, Oleg ZUBENKO's had his moments in this round, especially in the first minute. But sadly for him, IGLESIAS got his act together, regrouped, found a way out of the trouble, and looks like he's overtaken him again. Cracking round there, good boxing. Well, 40-36 for me. So 1 round to go, and this could be an absolute whitewash as well. Well, there you are, 40-36 and 40-35 for one judge. Goodness knows why. So 5th and final round then between these two lads. So just to remind you yet again, we're looking at Lázaro IGLESIAS, the Cuban in the white shorts, who's boxed so well over the first 4 rounds against Oleg ZUBENKO of Ukraine. And I've got to say, full marks to the Ukrainian. He's done so well. Bootlaces come undone. Yes, he's done so well to stay with the pace here, but he's finding the very quick, straight punches of IGLESIAS a little bit too much to take. Well, an unusual miss there from IGLESIAS. Two very decent welterweights these. The limit, 69 kilograms now. Again, cracking boxing here from IGLESIAS. He walked straight into that one, ZUBENKO. Again, very well-timed jabs there from IGLESIAS. I think it's fair to say that IGLESIAS has got it all. Which, of course, includes the win here. Yep, he's been fast, and he's been very precise too. Superb stuff. I've got to say, ZUBENKO doing very well to stand up to this. An incessant stream of punches there, ensure victory for IGLESIAS. 50-45 on my card. Which means, of course, it's all too late now for Ukraine. They cannot win. They're 3-0 behind with only 2 to play. And again, cracking punches these from IGLESIAS. Yes, that was a very impressive bit of boxing from, well, in my opinion anyway, from Roniel IGLESIAS. But, you know, this is a tough kid. Yep, very good work there from Oleg ZUBENKO at times. But most of the time, of course, he was on the end of these very fast punches from IGLESIAS. 50-45 for me. So all 3 judges agree, 50-45, and I'm glad to say that's how I'd had it too. Great win. Yeah, cracking win there for Roniel IGLESIAS. Terrific stuff, but what a good effort there from Oleg ZUBENKO of Ukraine. But it's 3-0 in favor of Cuba against Ukraine. Well, through the corridor of love, IGLESIAS will go now. The hugs, the kisses, the handshakes. After, of course, he's seen the doctor for a quick once-over. Well, not as popular as the others, but that doesn't really matter. There you go. 3-0, 2 to play.